back, Preethi, with a short break. So now I would like to understand like how Kathak has impacted in your life and how you came to Tanima Academy.
Yes. So largely because I was learning dance on and off for some time, because I got into the healthcare industry. It's quite hectic for us to be able to keep up with a hobby, but also it is very imperative for us to have a hobby. Because you're consistently being in close proximity with humans and their problems largely, and I come from the rehabilitation setup. I have seen on a day-to-day basis what I see most people don't see, and it's a lot of suffering.
Yes,
I see a lot of suffering, and
suffering.
Most of the time it is people talking about their pain, and it's quite draining.
Yes,
but then for me it is quite enriching to be able to put myself into creative arts and visual arts. Like I said, I always liked sketching, and I come from the neuro background. So for me, brain is like the most most fascinating thing on this planet. The right brain, the left brain, people may tell that that has this thing and this has creative side and logical side and all of that. But I do feel that there is no right left. There is no lateralization. You have to use your whole brain. You literally have to use your whole brain to be able to come up with anything.
Yes.
And music is considered as a global phenomena in terms of neuroscience. And you can probably do some kind of math without having some creativity. But then when you see, I feel Kathak, especially not as like in just Kathak, for that matter, all the 8 or 9 classical dances form we have, and Indian classical music for that matter, is very in tune with trigonometry. And I find it that the calculation that they went through was amazing. At least because I can tell about Kathak, which is so mathematical.
Yes, it
and I think I have been a dyslexic and I don't understand math, but I really understand trigonometry really well. And I think it's like my strongest suit, because Padant, let's just talk about Padant, and the calculations that we do, I don't think so would come out without having creativity.
Correct.
The numbers are so much important for us.
Yes.
The usage of the sound and the air which we take in, it is very, very significant in our linguistics as well. Like the lagu, the guru, the spaces. That it has to, the 2 sentences have to come and fall on this number of matra itself. Those things are very, very interesting for me, because I also have been a student of Sanskrit, because I thought it was easy for me to learn Sanskrit rather than learn Kannada. Because Kannada has again phonetics, a lot of phonetics in it. And I thought anyways Sanskrit you could write in English. But Kannada you had to write in Kannada only. And I was like, I'm doing a lot of spelling mistakes. Somehow I had finally ended up learning English pretty decently. So I will use Sanskrit and learn write the exam and pass the exam in English. But then what happened was something nice happened for me. I started learning the grammar of Sanskrit, which was very, very, again, not what the regular math education has taught me. It was all about permutation, combinations, like the Meru Khanda and all of that, and Lagu, Gurus, and all of this mathematical thing. Then later on, when I started learning Kathak and the Indian classical music, I felt very very connected with that. And then I could understand the theory part of it very easily. And though most of us, we do it for the love of dance, then later the classical dance and music is all about these these numbers and this Shastriya. That's why it's called Shastriya Sangeet. It's very structured. And there is, I would say, there is a lot of order in the chaos that we have. It may sound very chaotic when we are having 3-4 instruments and they're all playing, having their own flavors and things like that, and one person is dancing. It seriously, when I first saw Kathak performance, I really did not know what the dancer is doing. It did not, like, I couldn't make out, but it just sounded great. So that is how I got into Kathak, and I loved the whole the flavor that
the energy got. And the grace that
and
it brings.
Also lately that I'm learning Hindustani classical music, I started understanding that there is a lot of freedom in terms of composition in Hindustani music.
Correct.
And because the land has been, traumatized so many times, I think it has also healed from it and gotten those flavors into the dance form, and many great Nawabs also have contributed very beautifully to the dance form, also to the music in general, like thumris and all of these ghazals, and for that matter even like qawwalis and all. I like qawwalis. My sister likes ghazals, but then because I can never do rhyming. My sister is really good at rhyming. So she likes ghazals because it's very, again, poetic thing, but I like this thing because it's very beat oriented, and then it's also has a very spiritual connection to it. So I started liking qawwali a lot, and that is why I also was one of the reasons why I started picking up Hindustani music compared to Carnatic music. Though Carnatic music also has its own,
its
nuances,
its
own style and its own beauty. And I feel music is music. End of the day, it's all about the beats, and it's all about, you can really be dispassionate about it and say these are waves and these are beat numbers. Like, I come from a scientific background, and
yes,
everything is a graph for me.
Correct. So basically your trigonometry helped you to, do the sum in Kathak, and how you can, calculate the numbers, the matras and everything that we do. So that's how it helps. So how about, what got you to Creative Tanima Academy?
It was a very thing. So what happened was, I was completely into academics till for a very long time. And then I started I got into research. I did my masters and I came back to Bangalore, and I did my masters in Bangalore, and I came back to Bangalore, and I was staying with my parents at that point of time, and I got my placement in NIMHANS for a research project. That's when I thought, okay, now that I have somehow got it, because I wanted to really do something in research. Now that I was quite stable in whatever I wanted to do, and it was going the way that I wanted to do, then I thought I should also take my other passions, other hobbies into into reality somehow. And my mother is like, other than studying, please doing something else as well. So she's like, okay, do some other kind of thing, or else you get really cranky. Things like that. So I wanted to learn something, and I was looking for Kathak classes. And thanks to the mother nature, COVID hit, and
seriously, that was
and
a tough time for everybody.
Yeah, it's a very tough one for everybody. But it was different for me, because I was still in the medical field, but I was in the research side of it. I was not treating the patients, but I still had to go to work.
Correct.
So I was actually not doing anything much during that time, but I was still going to work. So that is when I started sketching. Properly I got a sketchbook for myself, and then started sketching, and just used to have a timetable, because I had to go, like, from 9 to 4 I had to somehow spend my time in hospital. Then we couldn't talk to anybody also. We had to be in our silos, we had to be in our space and all of that. So I thought, okay, let me just try out finding Kathak class which I can take online. And that's when my mom told me that there is a Kathak dancer and Kathak teacher in Brigade. Why don't you check her out? So I just gave you a call, and you picked up my call, and you said, come for a demo class. And I was like, okay. And then I met all my batchmates. And then the journey went on. Something that, like I said, triggered me to be able to till then I was only doing it for myself,
right,
and not putting it out anywhere else. But I think you helped me a lot in terms of performing, because of performing arts, and I
Correct.
think you helped me. That was though I had done a lot of dances in school and all of that, I never really done something after school. And for a very long time, once I got into my professional college, I did not do after that.
Okay.
And I think we should all learn after a certain point of time, and we should do all of these kind of things. And you're very, very enthusiastic in doing all of these things.
Yes, that's how it happened. Even during COVID, it clicked. Although I, registered my academy in Bangalore in 2018, 19 during that phase, and then immediately COVID hit. So even I was also finding, certain areas. Okay, let me do this online, take it to online. If I have talent, and many kids, they were already here, and not only from Bangalore, and even all over India they were coming. So also along with you, we got Shelly, Sahana. So it's a very nice group of people who actually focused in classical dance, particularly into Kathak, and they have their own specific reasons why they want to pursue Kathak in their life. So along with that, I would like to hear from you. What do you think, like, whether classical dance or music, is it should we take it as a career option, as a professionally, or what are the challenges we have in this domain?
I would really support people taking it up, really, because you should always do something that you love to do. Because then you'll do the best at it. That was something taught to me from my family as well, and they never stopped me from doing physiotherapy, which was at that point of time not a great career to be in, which is now grown to whatever it is. But yeah, it was not that great in terms of I've always been like, I will travel the road less traveled, and I don't have problem being challenges, because even with the road you travel, many people travel, also there is traffic jam. So even that is a problem. And the road unexplored is also having, because you don't know what is going to happen. I think both of it, you just have to go with the flow in both, the popular careers and the non-popular careers. I see so many people who have done whatever they have, they've left their careers and taken up something else. And this is not something that has been happening like, now lately. Now people don't think as much about a lot of things and take up creative arts very easily. Because as a country now also we have grown from, post-independence to 75 plus years of independence. The country has grown a lot, and I think that has given a lot of perspective to people, because it's not about only economics anymore. It's a lot about what you want to do, how you want to do it, and things like that. Definitely there are challenges, especially for like classical things. There are challenges. There's a lot of theory involved in it.
Correct.
Because theory is not very, after some time, if you have to read theory, it's not a very easy task. You would rather, not.
You have to be very disciplined, and that way you have to take it.
And let's not even talk about discipline. The amount of discipline the classical dance and the music requires is like, it's something else.
Yes.
Even though I now somehow I've come to some level of discipline, but then still I find it that they have really, you have to be there, you have to do that, it has to follow that particular beat and all of that. That discipline is something out of the world for sure.
Yes.